What's up guys, J-Pop here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to get all 4 elemental wonder weapons on D Maschine. Now keep in mind, the way, before you watch this video, I recommend you watch my last video, which is how you get the free wonder weapon, which you have to do it to even, get the upgrades, and I recommend because it is quick and simple. It's not like drawn out 10 minutes long or anything, so quickly go watch that. I'll have a link in the description. I'll have a card on the top of the screen as well. And go watch that really quickly and then come back to this video. And then, yeah. So, you need to have the free wonder weapon first. Or maybe just get out of the box. But I recommend you just watch my video and find out how to do it first. And then come back here and I will show you how to get all 4 elemental wonder weapons. So enough of me talking and rambling. Let's just jump right into it. Now, before you go out and try to actually get these upgrades, I recommend you do one thing first, and that is build the Aether scope. Now, you're probably wondering, J-Pup, what is that? I don't know what that is. But I'm going to be showing you how to do this right now on screen. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Dark Aether right after you open up Pack-a-Punch. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run to these 3 locations. Now, all these spawns won't spawn in until you find one part at a time. Now you're going to want to find the first part, which is in spawn, right under the staircase. The second part is on top of the plane, right there where I just looked, next to Jug. And the third and final part is right here next to this fast travel in Pack-a-Punch. Now you need all 3 of these parts to build the Aether scope, and you're going to want to come down to the crafting table at Pack-a-Punch to build it. Now you're probably wondering, why do I need this? What is it for? Well, here's the thing. A lot of guides on YouTube right now are saying that they're not explaining what you actually need to do for half of the upgrades. 2 of the upgrades you can just do really quick and simple, but 2 other upgrades you need to do half of the Easter egg to actually unlock them, and a lot of guides are not saying that, which is really dumb and misleading. And you need to do half of the Easter egg before you can unlock the 2 other upgrades, which are the better ones, because you need to do more work. Now I will be explaining to you how to do these steps, because these steps are really simple and not complicated, but if they're not explained to you, then they will seem a little, bearing and intense. But they're not too complicated, and I will be showing you how to do this for the other 2 upgrades. But first, I will be showing you how to do the 2 simple upgrades without having to do the Easter egg. The first upgrade I'm going to be showing you is the Nova 5 gas. Now what you're going to want to do is come over here to this side of Not Durin Totem with your free wonder weapon, and you're going to want to use the suck mechanic, and you're going to want to get this canister. And this canister will be empty, and you need to fill it with toxic gas. Now what you're going to want to do is come down here to Deadshot, and it's across from the other side of Deadshot across the room, and you're going to want to place this canister right here. Now what you need to do is wait for a Plague Hound to come, and you need to kill it right next to the canister, and as you will see, it will suck up the gas, and now you can use this canister. Now it's filled, and now you need to come all the way over here, right across from Jug to this box that's covered in vines, place the canister on top, and shoot it, knife it, whatever. Just make the canister explode, and it'll make the vines die, and then you can open up the box, and boom bada bing, you have the first upgrade, which is the Nova 5 gas. Now this upgrade is pretty good. It's not terrible, but it will not get you to round 100. It just won't, but it is good for clearing zombies, and I think it might be the best for killing zombies, but that's about where it ends. It's not that good for bosses, and in the later rounds it starts to drop off pretty quickly, but this upgrade is pretty good nonetheless. The next upgrade I'm going to be showing you is the Cryo Freeze one. Now what you're going to want to do is get your regular Shockwave die wonder weapon, and you're going to want to shoot this crate right here at Not Durin Totem. And now what you're going to want to do is run down to where that crate dropped, and there will be a empty flask there. Now what you're going to want to do with this flask is, you see this mushroom on this tree, it needs to be have radiation on it, so you need to wait for a megaton to come by, or a splitter. It will work with a megaton or a splitter. I've seen a lot of people just say, oh, it won't work with a splitter, but it will. And you need him to shoot his range attack at the tree, and it'll make the spore have radiation on it. And with the flask you picked up, you need to put the flask under it, and it'll collect, I think it's some cooling agent. Look, I don't know, I'm not smart. But anyway, it'll collect some liquid, and it'll be like liquid nitrogen or something, I don't know, something that freezes. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And you need to come down to where Speed Cola is, down to the med bay, and these chains will be here, and you pour the liquid on it, and it'll break the chains, and now you have the Cryo Freeze upgrade. And I gotta be honest, this is probably the worst upgrade. Actually, no, without a doubt in my mind, it is the worst upgrade. It is not good at all whatsoever. It sucks. It's not good at killing zombies. It's not good for killing bosses. It's mainly just to slow down bosses and stuff. So I guess it'll be good in the boss fight, but not really. This thing sucks. I wouldn't recommend going for it. The only reason you need to go for it is to complete the Easter egg, because you need all 4 elemental wonder weapons. But besides that, if you're just playing to go for high rounds or just playing just to play, I do not recommend this wonder weapon whatsoever. Yeah, it's easy to get, but it's not worth it whatsoever, so just don't waste your time. But it is kind of cool, I guess, but it's still the worst, so I wouldn't recommend going for it. Now we're on to the 2 other upgrades where you need to do the Easter egg, which is what I'm showing you on screen right now. Once you do those 2 upgrades, you saw the portal I took, you want to go to that desk right there in the medbay and grab that journal. And you need to go right under there, hold X on that little glowing anomaly, and give him his journal. Now here's the thing that people are getting wrong. They say you need to wait for him to finish talking. You don't, because you need to go to 3 locations and give him his journal, and they're like, oh, you need to wait for him to finish talking. You don't. You can just run, boom, 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 all 3, and just give him his journal, and that's it. And now the second location you just saw was in the trial room, and the third location is right here at Pack-a-Punch, right next to the crafting table. And the reason why I'm making such a big point as you can just do these without waiting is because there is a red Megaton that chases you, and he's really difficult to beat no matter what you have. So yeah, that's a problem, and I don't understand why people are saying you have to wait for him to finish talking, because you don't. You can just run to all 3 locations, give him his journal, and just run around the map and wait for him to, do his little thing, and then it'll automatically teleport you out. And I don't know why exactly you need to do this for the other 2 upgrades, but the other 2 upgrades will not unlock until you finish this step, which is to get a password from him. And this is what you're doing. You're getting a password from him by giving him his journal. And with this password, you want to come here to this computer in the med bay right next to Speakola and type in this password. You don't need to know it. Your character automatically types it in. It's the same thing every time. You don't need to remember this password. Your character will automatically just type it in. It's fine. And once you do that, now you can do the other 2 upgrades, which I will be showing you right now. The first upgrade I'm going to be showing you is the electric upgrade, and the way you can do this is you need to go to the Dark Aether, and there will be a portal right under Pack-a-Punch, and this portal will only unlock after you've done the first Easter egg step, which I just showed you how to do. Now what you're going to want to do in the Dark Aether here is there are 3 crystals that you need to collect with your wonder weapon, and they are around the map, and they're in the same spot every time. There's one right outside of the tunnel across from Quick Revive, which I'm showing you right now, and you need to suck this up. And keep in mind, there is a red Megaton that also will spawn in, but he is kind of slow, so all you can do, so I recommend you fast travel. You see the red Megaton right there, but I recommend you fast travel when you collect these, because it'll make your life so much easier. And by the way, you are on a time limit, but you do not need to do all 3 of these crystals in the same Aether portal like phase. You can just do them at your own pace, and if you don't get one while you're in the Dark Aether, it's not a big deal. Just wait a couple rounds, wait for the portal to respawn, go in there and get your last crystal and shoot the box like I just did right there in the gameplay. And just don't panic. It's not a big deal. This is really not stressful whatsoever. Just keep a zombie and you will be completely fine. And then the next spot is on the other side of the tunnel right there, right next to Jug. And you do the same thing. You just suck up the thing, you come down, you shoot the crate, not a big deal. And the last spot is on all the way at the tippy top of Not Durin Toten. You suck it up, and as you can see, I'm going back into the real world, but I still have the crystal, so don't freak out if you don't shoot the crate. Just come down to Pack-a-Punch, shoot the crate, and now boom bada bing, you got the electric upgrade. And this is my personal favorite upgrade because it has so much ammo and it does so much damage to not only zombies but even the boss. And in my opinion, I think this is the best upgrade. I think this just is the best out of all 4 because it both is good for zombies, it's good for bosses, and it has a ton of ammo, and I think it's the best. Now, I could be wrong on stats and all that, but I think it's the best nonetheless, and yeah. The 4th and final upgrade that I'm going to be showing you is the fire one. Now, what you're going to want to do is come here to this plane right next to Jug and shoot this box and pick up the fuse. Now, you can shoot this box early, like at the beginning of the game, but the plane won't be floating, obviously, but you can still shoot it and collect the fuse later. Now, what you're going to want to do is come to the portal at the pond area where Quick Revive is. Now, there will be a portal either there or it will be farther back, but it just has to be at pond. Now, what you're going to want to do is come here to Deadshot, and literally right across from Deadshot, there will be this, laser cutter thing, and you need to place this fuse in here, and it'll cut open the box. and you'll be teleported out of Dark Aether immediately. And what you're gonna want to do is just come here to where Quick Revive is at the back of this truck, and hold X on this crate, and you have the fire upgrade. This one's really easy to get, and this one it's good, but I don't think it's really great for killing zombies. It's mainly just good for bosses. It'll insta-kill bosses till around, I'd say, the 30s or 40s, so it's pretty good for the boss fight, but it's not, like, crazy or anything like the electric one, but it's still pretty good, in my opinion. But yeah, those are all 4 of the elemental upgrades for Die Maschine, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will be making a Easter egg guide tutorial very soon, and I hope this tutorial helped you, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you on the next one. Peace.
Put your head on.